Hi, I'm Stephen Cohen. I wrote and directed the film, and this is Shane Simmons. He produced the film with me. And I just want to say, Dan, what a genuine honor it was to premiere this at Maryland. It's a festival that I've sort of been in love with from afar for a long time, and to finally be able to be here in person and have the film here has meant more to me than you could possibly imagine. So it's, yeah, it means a lot. What do we do now? Answer questions? Is that the idea? We can, yeah, whatever questions you might have. Yes.
I don't know that it's my place to say, but first of all, I love the acting. I like the writing. I thought all the actors did a great job. But one criticism I would have is the foreboding music in the beginning. I think a lot of that would have developed naturally, and you know, the writing, acting, and everything was all leading to the same place. Seemed a little overwhelming.
His question is, I guess I would argue that it's not it wasn't supposed to be foreboding. I think you're maybe referring to the heavy bass, which was particularly intense in here, but if you listen to it on, it's actually quite a lovely piece of music. So I wouldn't call it, I would disagree that it's foreboding, nor was I trying to set up any sort of dark, but thank you for your criticism. Yes, ma'am.
What was your inspiration?
My dad's a Southern Baptist minister, so that's probably the quickest, best answer. He wasn't the pastor of a mega church, and we didn't live in this house. So he was more sort of a minister at various 200-member, 300-member sized churches. But I had already made a movie called The Wise Kids about sort of a smaller town thing. So I just switched it up a little bit. But, and then, you know, honestly, I'd written another script called, will never be produced, and it's not that great. It was called Porn Ministry, and it was two ministers who were going to go sort of minister to the porn community in the San Fernando Valley. It sounds better than it is. But anyway, that script ended with like a 15-minute birthday party sequence back home. And that just kind of struck me as interesting, and I thought maybe that's an entire feature in itself. So those are the two answers to your questions. Any more criticisms or questions? Yes, ma'am.
So you wrote and directed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful.
What will be your next project?
We literally just finished this about a week and a half ago, so I haven't quite thought that far yet. We're just enjoying being out in the world. I will go there and then here. Yeah, yes.
So how long did it take to film it?
To shoot it?
Yeah.
17 days. 17-day shoot. Yeah. Yes.
So I know you teach acting, and that obviously is like a really great strength of yours. I guess I'm curious as to how you approach it in terms of your actors, in terms of like kind of the environment on set, the way that they interact with each other when the cameras aren't rolling, like how you kind of foster them to get into their characters, or if you really encourage that, or if you kind of just want it to happen when the cameras come on. Just maybe a little bit about that process.
Yeah, he's asking about the actors and working with the actors. It really starts with casting. We had great casting directors in Chicago, and Chicago is a very actor-rich city. We've got Steppenwolf and Second City and all those sorts of places. It starts with the casting. If you cast great actors, you don't have to direct a ton. Yeah, we try to keep a nice, positive, encouraging vibe. I always do. It's what gets the best work out of people, and so I think you're sort of seeing the general. I mean, it got stressful, you know, but especially once it turned night, it was a little more stressful just because we didn't have the budget for all the lights we would have needed, so it got a little more tense. But no, it was largely a really warm, and I adore actors. They're my favorite thing in the world, and I love them. I literally spend my day teach acting. I teach at Northwestern. I make movies with actors and entirely with shots of actors. So yeah, no, it is atmosphere and environment, but really just, you know, minimal. Try to be minimal and efficient in the directing, and just kind of let them do their thing. Yeah. Oh yes, sir.
Had you worked with any of us before?
I've worked with. I knew about half of them personally already. I'd worked with Hannah, who played this sort of tough woman, sad woman. For lack of better words, I'd worked with her twice before. Who else did I work with? Oh, Kelly O'Sullivan, who played the blonde youth minister's sort of scary person, scary youth minister's wife. So I had friends in there. Patrick, who plays Ricky, the sort of lost soul. He's in a band, and he's a great actor in Chicago. And it's his band song that's playing over the kiss in the room, in the boys' bedroom. That's actually Patrick's voice. And I directed their music video. Yeah.
I appreciated the close-ups because it felt like you were being taken into the character itself. And so I was wondering what the inspiration for that was. And also the young man who was the lead character, he was just exceptional. I wonder if you could tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, sure. Close-up, almost all the shots in the film are pretty just from the gut, just instinctual, and come from me sitting down with my cinematographer and figuring out the best way to shoot it. I don't really have more than that to say about that. And then Cole Doman plays Henry Gamble. And he came from casting. This is his first movie. He's never done a movie before. And I don't know what this is that keeps falling, but Merry Christmas. He was a musical theater actor but I didn't have to pare him down in the audition. Some actors innately know how to bring it down for the camera, and so it's not like he came in and was like, "I'm Henry Gamble." He was already there, and he was really, and honestly, I think he came in for another role, but I felt kind of like Henry. So he's done one episode of Shameless, I think, since Shameless shoots around Chicago. So yeah.
I just want to congratulate you for a very interesting, very real movie. And the two aspects that I like very much is that first, that the characters were very believable, very true. They weren't like caricatures, like easy stereotypes. And then the film, I think, as a whole, avoided cliches and easy kind of, would be easy like to make the pastor look horrible or any kind of cliche, but like it tread a very thin line when being careful about being very real. So congratulations for that.
Cool. Thank you very much. I think that just comes from growing up in that world and knowing and loving the people. Yes, sir.
Was the same house used for all these sets on the indoor?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They were very nice. They're crazy people for letting us do this, but they're very nice. Any other questions? Oh, yeah.
I was just wondering what your relationship with this Christian community is, and also if you think you're going to be able to get the film back to that community and the story that's
Christian film festivals tend to not take my films. That's a great question. It's one of the challenges of putting it out there and traveling the festival circuit and getting distribution is you hope that you're not that I never want to preach with the film, but forgive the phrase, you don't want to just preach to the choir, so you kind of want it to go to unexpected places and people who may need to see it or think about things maybe in a slightly different way or haven't thought about what goes on behind closed doors in some of these communities. So I don't know. I just hope. A lot of it happens later on Netflix when it's listed as faith and spirituality or something, and then people either get really angry about it or they really love it. If you go to, I made a film called The Wise Kids, I mentioned, coming of age in the Bible Belt, another preacher's daughter, and the Netflix reviews are fascinating because it's either outraged Christians who can't believe that the movie deals honestly with these open and complex issues, or it's people who are happy to have found a reflection of their own experience. So it tends to be either 1 star or 5 stars. Yes, sir?
Did you say it was a cinematographer's first?
I didn't say that, but it is. It's my cinematographer's first feature.
Really well shot. It just so many new ones, or so much close up in your right face. It was just you didn't notice it, which was probably the best.
Thank you very much. He's
really well shot and well put together.
Thank you. I'm going to keep him. Yes, ma'am. The high 5 figures, low 6 figures. She asked me what my budget was. Around 100,000. I don't usually I'm try to avoid answering it, but I was like, screw it, I'm just going to say it. And the reason, I'm sorry, the reason I try to avoid it a lot of times is because it may sound impressively small, but that's only because so many people sacrifice their pay for it. So it's it's misguided to brag about a low budget like that because people have sacrificed so much. So it's sort of, if you added all the stuff that people, there we go, people didn't get paid, it would be much more than that. Yeah, I'm going to go back there and then come back here. His hand is
An earlier author director in Q&A indicated that instead of kind of scripting that movie, it was very realistic, that it pretty much a 22-page wrote about it. Did you script it or did you okay?
Yeah, scripted. Yes, ma'am.
Well, this is a question. How are you going to make money on this film?
How am I going to make money on this movie? That is the question, isn't it? You hope that a distributor, at this point I'm still working at a level where I don't even want money for myself. I would just like to pay some investors back. And so if you find a nice distributor who can get your movie out there, my film, The Wise Kids, is very slowly making money back for its investors. I think that was released 3 years ago, and they've made about half of their investment back. So it can happen. You just need a distributor to fall in love with your film and pick it up. Sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't.
Somebody should fall in love with this one.
Thank you. Fingers crossed. Yeah, well, this is a very beginning of our journey. Yeah, one more.
Are there any other festivals
Yeah, we just started booking them. So our next festival is Frameline in San Francisco. It's the largest LGBT festival in the world. And then we're playing BAM Cinema Fest in New York at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. So I'm super excited about that. Yes, sir.
Gentleman to your left, I'm embarrassed. Didn't hear what your role is.
Oh, he produced this with me. So he made this happen. He was sitting at a table the whole time making things happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, one more. Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if you mentioned, but who is the author, and is this an original script?
I'm the author, and yes, it's an original script. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you so much.